Welcome to the West Fargo Sports Arena as the Sabres are going to get the puck drop here shortly against the Marshall, Minnesota Tigers. In net for the Sabres, looks like it's going to be number 30, Landon Johnson. And we'll let you know who is going to be starting for the front five here shortly. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm your host, Tim Zander, alongside Kurt Chafee.
If we can't say Merry Christmas, well, I guess we can.
You can.
Happy New Year, probably.
Starting for the Sabres, defensively, we're going to have, looks like Patton out there with Zietz. And for the forwards, we're going to have, looks like Renz along with Wenzel and Chafee.
Yep.
Sabres get it down into the Tigers zone along the near boards. And the Tigers able to come out with it as Chafee sends his man into the boards.
Uh-oh. He's okay.
Chafee looking around to see if the arm went up in the air.
Yeah. That was a good hit, but when you hear a big noise like that, it's oftentimes roughing.
Chafee with the nonchalant shot on net had Renz right on top of the crease for an open left side of the net. And the Sabres are going to have to regroup as Patton comes in with it all by himself. He's going to get a shot from the face-off circle. That tips the stick and goes wide into the corner as Rittenbach tries to get that behind the net to be picked up by the Tigers. Number 3 from the Tigers with the puck down below. Goal line comes out in front. Scary spot to come out in front, right?
Coast to coast here.
And he's going to backhand that in on Johnson, and he's going to get a save. We're at 15:52 remaining in the first period. We want to welcome everybody to the broadcast today, as the varsity team will be playing at 5 o'clock this afternoon out at the Lights, and I believe that is going to be broadcast on PSP Network. So make sure that you check that out and watch the Facebook page. If I decide if I can find a place to broadcast from, I may bear the elements.
Try broadcasting. That'd be much colder out there than in here.
Face-off's going to take place to the left side of Johnson as Nari steps in to take the draw. Poked forward by Rittenbach. He's going to slowly backhand that in there. They say no icing as Nari's on the forecheck against number 23 from the Tigers. Picked up on the far side by number 12. Fancy pass by the Tigers. That one comes out across center ice as Zietz gets it across to Chafee. Chafee off the glass, up to Stefan.
Off the ref.
As Nari in his skates all by himself. Into the skates of Stefan, out to the point. Shot coming from Zietz on the left point. And a save by the Tigers goalie. 15-10 remaining in the first period. 0-0 is the score. No unexpected score so far in the game.
Nah.
Sabres coming off of Christmas just a few days ago. How was your Christmas, Kurt?
Very Christmassy. Very good. How about you?
Good. Tigers coming across the blue line. That one gets knocked down. Picked up by Patton behind the net. Pushes that into the corner as he sends that one around for Wall to pick up. Sabres trying to get it out. Able to do so. Tigers going to have to regroup back down into the defensive zone. Played by their goalie. Ooh! Almost a simple tap in by the defenseman. Not great decision making on that.
Yeah. A little miscommunication there.
Puck knocked away by Chafee. Oh, they play squishy in
Double
the corner.
whammy.
That was a Tiger meat sandwich right there as Chafee coming in as Renz backhands it over the number.
Oh, nice play.
As Wall goes into the wall, Renz gets his pass over.
Yeah, nice feed across the goal mouth there. Got a stick on it, but the goalie equal to the task.
Face off in the Tigers zone to the left side of their goalie. As Nari steps in, he's going to be out there with Wenzel and Rittenbach. Defensively, we have Patton along with Chafee, it looks like. Out to Chafee from the point. He sends that down below the goal line. All of the Tigers be picked up in the near corner by Nari. Held in by the Sabers. Centering pass gets knocked down by the Tigers, but it's taken away by Nori. Picked up by Nori again. Rittenbach able to angle his man off to get the loose puck. That one hits Wetzel behind his own net. Has Nori in front. He gets stick checked.
Yeah, that was a good stick check by the goalie there.
Cutting in on, and they're going to pick the corner of Johnson to make it 1-0 Marshall.
That was a nice little move. Pulled it from his backhand to his forehand and had about the room for the size of a puck, and he put it right there right up in the corner.
1-0 is the score with 13:26 remaining. .50 shot percentage for Johnson right now.
Yeah.
Over to Munson, far side, gets across the blue line. Up to Wall, backhands that one in the corner. Stefan's there to pick it up. He's going to send that nowhere as it's poke checked away by the Tigers. Tigers trying to get around the defense. Centering pass off the skates of Chafee. As Chafee gets it across center ice. Coming in on his edges, tries to do the same thing that the Tigers player did to us. Couldn't get it over the shoulder of the Tigers goalie as the Tigers now come out with it. Cross ice pass. As Zietz is there to knock that one away. Stefan overskates the puck, but it's held in by the Tigers. Comes out to be picked up by Chafee. He's going to go off the board up to Stefan. That's held in by the Tigers, but it's going to be taken away by Zietz. Zietz down defensively in the zone for the Sabres as they send it to the opposite side. To the point, we held in by number 39 from the Tigers. Johnson's going to get a stoppage in play with 12:14 remaining in the first period. Sabres trailing the Tigers 1-0.
Yeah, it's 1-0, but it seems like Legacy is kind of had the edge a little bit.
Wetzel tries to get a precise pass over to Rittenbach. Centering pass to Wetzel. Shot by Wetzel, and that goes in. Wetzel gets a second opportunity.
That was a nice pickup of his own rebound. Nice pass feed, streaking across the middle there. Nice save on the first shot. Way to go at Wetzel to stay with his own rebound and bank it off the goalie and in.
Rittenbach going to get credit for the assist on that, I believe, as Wetzel hit him on the far side pass, went into the corner. Rittenbach trailing it down, finds Wetzel in the right in front of the crease. And as Kurt said, was able to get his rebound as Renz tries to get it through the defenseman's skates. Picked up by Rittenbach. Chafee with it. Tries to get it out to Rittenbach, but it's taken away by the Tigers. Patton's on the play. He's going to backhand it over to Munson. Munson with the puck near boards. Off of Chafee's stick, and the Tigers send that deep into the zone. Patton picking the puck up behind his own net. Nice headman pass up to Renz. He gets knocked off the play. Shot coming from the point, saved by Johnson as that goes to Patton. Plays off his stick. Wall gets it back to Patton. Pushed forward, tipped away by the Tigers. And they come out with it. Cutting to the middle at the right face-off dot. Out to the left point. Shot redirected. Oh, it's going to be an easy tell. Oh, Renz with a big stick.
Yeah.
I think that Tiger player, if he had a little more urgency on his shot,
yeah, he was.
Goal. I think he looked at this one going like this is in.
Ridiculous.
And didn't go in at all. That's a good example of not finishing the play.
Yeah. Not aware of his surroundings. He's need to put that away, but we'll take it.
Right? Johnson's thankfully found on it and took his time. Norrie down in his own zone, battling along the near boards in a spot that you guys can't see because we're up too high. I can't even see who held that one in at the point.
Boards, you can't really see who's
I think
out
Norrie's
there.
battling at the... Oh, that's Wall battling at the half wall. Coming down the left side is the Tigers, number 21. He's going to backdrop that pass. Gets knocked away by Norrie. Stefan on the forecheck. That one hits Chafee into the pads. Blocked shot. Puck picked up by Renz. Now it's going to go off the stick of Rittenbach. No icing. Rittenbach on the forecheck. Puck picked up by Renz. Coming in on his backhand. Still with it.
Oh, got a toe on it.
Patton getting back on the back check. Poke checks out away. Picked up by Chafee. Pass up to Renz. Ren's going to try and split the D. He's around two of them. He's got to cut in on his edge. Shot.
Oh, nice. 5-hole.
5-hole on the Tigers goalie. As
Found
that
the
makes it
seam
2-1.
Slipped it in. That was a nice shot, man. He didn't have much to shoot at. Just like the first goal of Marshall, he didn't have much to shoot at, and neither did we there. That was a nice way to find the hole. I'm sure the goalie would like to have that back.
We are going to give the assist to Chafee on that one as he
Yeah,
found
he cut it
Renz
up.
streaking to the middle. And Renz was able to split the defenseman and beat the Tigers goalie. 5-hole. 9:02 remaining in the first period. 2-1 is the score as Renz gets the go-ahead goal here in the middle part of the first frame. Tigers goalie down on his knees a little early there.
That's what they teach him nowadays, though, is to go down like on every shot practically.
That's one thing that I got to say about my daughter, that she likes to be more of a stand-up. She
That's
doesn't
smart.
like to drop.
Smart. You got more versatility when you're on your feet. But who am I?
You're just another goalie.
Just another old goalie.
Zeitz behind his own net with the puck. Coughs it up to the Tigers, but it's taken away by Munson. Picked up by the Tigers. Right face-off dot coming in. Shot. And no goal.
Oh,
And now
then it
they
went
say
in.
a goal as it bounces off the back of Johnson. And that makes it a 2-2 game with 8:32 remaining.
I really didn't like how he skated around everybody and just walked right up in front. And that was a nice shot off the pipe and off the goalie and in. You don't get those very often.
No. Now that's one Johnson wants back.
Yeah.
Wetzel taking the draw.
Can't let him skate around like that and just walk into the front door. Somebody's got to pick that guy up.
Chafee up off of the stick of Rittenbach. Wetzel's there. Stick checked away by the Tigers. Coming down with number 3. Shot, glove save by Johnson.
See, he didn't go down on his knees.
No, he stayed up for that one.
He's a lot shorter, though, if he went down it. Oh, what do we got going on here?
Referee's asking if there was an assist.
Oh.
Wetzel taking the draw to the right side of Johnson. Face-off won by the Tigers. Shot blocked by Patton as Stefan has the puck, pushes that one forward, gets it behind for Wetzel. Just out of his reach, he had Rittenbach in front. Into the corner for Wetzel as the Tigers now trying to come out with it. Stefan's going to hold that. They say offsides. Glove save by Johnson as Rittenbach and one of the Tigers players get tangled up with 7:40 remaining in the first period. 2-2 is the score. Face off to the right side of Johnson. One back by Renz. Picked up by Wall. Wall, it's just a Try to tap that around the defender, not able to get it there. As that goes to Munson, off his stick. Picked up by the Tigers on the far side. In his skates, Wall backhands that off the boards. And that's going to come out. Both teams are just like, who wants the puck more?
Bust legs.
Right.
That and all the overeating over the Christmas break.
That might have something to do with it. Patton crashing on the forechecking. Comes out to Renz at the point. He's going to get a fan shot. That's going to go into the corner. And the Tigers are going to pick it up at the half wall far side off the skates of Munson. Munson gets it up to Chafee. He sends that below the goal line to be picked up by Patton. Patton, he's going to try and stuff that short side out to the point for Chafee. He's going to fire that one. Blocker save into the corner. Puck found its way all the way through traffic from Chafee as Patton is on the forecheck. Patton seems to be the only one right now with the intensity that
he
the
got
team
intensity
needs.
of the whole team. There he is!
Patton with a nice... he had Rittenbach right there. Patton with a nice forecheck,
good
taking on 3 Tiger players to get a turnover, and found Rittenbach on the far side, just out of his reach. Rittenbach to Patton. He's able to get that one out as the Tigers have it. .552 remaining in the first period. 2-2 is the score. Tigers are behind in shots on goal by 2, as it is 8-6 in favor of the Sabers. Wetzel sends that one down into the Tigers zone so they could get a new line out there. Tigers coming in, cross center ice, far side to number 20. Number 20 from the Tigers coming in, try to go short side on Johnson, still holds it out to the point for the left side. That's going to hit the stick of Stefan high off the glass, bouncing puck into the skates of Wall, and we got a bouncing puck. Stefan has to hold on to it, waiting for his team to get onside as the Tigers pick it up behind their own net. Tigers send that one airmail to the far side as Patton gets that up to Norrie. Norrie cutting to the middle. Him and Wall miscommunicating. Tries to get a pass over to Munson. And that's going to be picked up by the Tigers. Zeitz trying to cut his man off. Tigers trying to come in on the backside. That one's going to get out of the zone. Rittenbach battling for the puck. Picked up by Munson. Looked like a centering pass. Held in by Zeitz at the blue line. Zeitz holding on to it. Nice job by Zeitz. Good patience there to get that one down low to Wetzel at below the goal line. Oh, we're going to have no penalty.
Call.
I'm surprised that was not a penalty there.
Could have been a hook.
Munson to the far side. Gets it over to Rittenbach down the right side. He has Wetzel cutting to the middle. Rittenbach shot. Good save. Zeitz picks it up.
Offside.
And we're going to get caught off sides. 3:49 remaining in the first period. 2-2 is the score.
Pretty even period. I think the Sabres have a little bit of edge. Out shooting a 9-6.
Not to downplay the situation, but do you feel as if Legacy is playing down at this point to that level? I think that they have a whole nother gear that they could be getting.
Yeah, I think so. See what happens in the second. You know, playing a Minnesota team, don't know what they're like. You don't know, maybe feeling them out a little bit. Offside. I wasn't sure where Marshall was, but it's south Minnesota. Southwest.
Okay. More by Wahpeton maybe?
Yeah,
Breckenridge
Laverne.
Renz with the puck behind Johnson, cutting to the middle. Renz going coast to coast. Pulls it, stick
Knob and the
save
stick.
as Norrie gets it into the corner. Norrie battling along with, I can't see who that was. That was Wall. Bounces puck saved by the
hold that line.
Ren's back skating the wrong way. So he could have probably held the line. Nice pass by Ren's to get it up to Norrie. Norrie tried to cut to the middle. Shot!
Oh, nice shot.
5-hole. Nice moves by Norrie.
Yeah.
As Ren's hits him off the wall. Nice pass by Ren's.
That was a nice pass. Nice stick handling and nice finish. Nice little backhand up and over the outstretched leg of the goaltender. Got him going, moving to his left and flipped it back to the right and up and over right in a nice little pocket there, like a pocket shot in goal.
That's Ren's to Norrie for the goal. Ren's tries to hit Munson on the near side. As the Tigers trying to cut in. Knocked off the play by Chafee. Good job by Chafee to play the body on that and not watch the puck. Chafee coming out with it, getting across center.
They've been playing a bunch of defense.
Tigers coming out of their own zone with speed.
3-on-2.
Oh, almost a tap in there. That's,
just disrupted that enough. All alone.
Oh, right in front. Johnson able to make that save. Another save by Johnson. Held in by the Tigers. Backhand pass into the skates of the Sabers. Brittenbach can't quite get there as Munson gets knocked off the play. Knocked it over to Chafee. Chafee off the stick of Norrie. And Stefan. Tigers with the puck. Center ice. Norrie coming out with it. Down the left side. Has Stefan crashing the net. Norrie trying to cut to the left side. Down below the goal line. Norrie threading the needle. And the Tigers goalie going to get a stoppage in play with 1:36 remaining in the first period. We want to thank everybody for watching this afternoon's broadcast. I'm sure none of you have this on at work.
Oh, get to pay to play.
Yeah, that's right.
Or watch, I guess.
Dad joke of the day.
Uh-oh.
Did you hear about the kidnapping at one of the Bismarck schools?
No.
The teacher had to wake the kid up. I told that to my wife, and she actually thought there was a kidnapping. She wasn't exactly laughing.
That's not a funny joke.
Zeitz with the puck, loses it down his own zone, has somebody crashing the net. Wetzel's picking his man up. Zeitz battling for the puck. Nice job to get that back as Patton picks it up. Backhands, that's going to hit one of the Tigers players. And they're going to get back on side as Zeitz picks it up behind his own net. That one goes off the skates of Patton. Wentzel trying to knock his man off the play. Wall gets upended right at center ice. Three to two is in favor of the Sabers. 25 seconds remaining in the period as Patton tries to get it back to Zeitz out of his reach. Back over to Patton. Picked up by Wall, back to Patton.
We're going the other way. Good, got it.
Brittenbach pushes that one forward. Patton with
Time
5
for
seconds.
one more rush.
Shot coming. That's going to get to the end board.
At the buzzer.
With that, we're going to put you on the Zam cam here as we get ready for the second period. Thanks for watching Sabres Hockey. I'm your host, Tim Zanner, alongside Kurt Chafee. Welcome back to the broadcast as we'll go over a few stats from the first period. The Tigers jumping on the Sabers early in that first period, coming down on the right side of Johnson. The forward from the Tigers able to cut in on his edges and put the puck in the only spot that was available on the net on the short side, right into the ear hole of Johnson to make it a 1-0 game. Johnson playing that puck really well. Just that the puck found that one crevice that it needed to find to get the Tigers on top. Then into about the midway through the first period, Wetzel gets a nice pass by Rittenbach to get the first goal of the game to make it 1-1. And then the second goal comes from Renz, who was assisted by Chafee. And then on the third goal to get the go-ahead goal, Renz finding Norrie off the wall. Nice off-the-wall pass to Norrie. It was like blue line to blue line. And Norrie dancing in, making a few stick moves, able to beat the goalie 5-hole to make it a 3-2 game. Shots are in favor of the Sabres 12-7 as we have approximately 7 minutes left in the intermission period and the ZamCam. We want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch today's game. We know that you could be doing productive things, but you're getting distracted by your loved ones playing here in West Fargo. The varsity will be playing this evening at 5 o'clock against the Tigers from Marshall, Minnesota in the outdoor game at the Lights. And I do believe that that game is going to be broadcast on PSP Network. So be sure to check into that and watch the Facebook page as well. I'll see if I can find a good place to video from, and if I can, I may broadcast the game. But for sure, check out PSP Network. With that, we're going to give you about 6 minutes left of the ZamCam. I'm your host, Tim Zander, saying thanks for watching Legacy Hockey.
But no, it was a good game. So then they scored, tied it up, and they got one in overtime. And then they were.
Wittenbach, I believe, was one. Yep. Chafee and Rose.
I was like, oh yeah, that wasn't a cross.
So Tavis, Eli, and Tyler.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we were sitting with a whole bunch of Nets fans.
Eli didn't score.
I don't think so.
Got a six.
They did. On the big screen.
Welcome back to the second period.
Was there 3 goals?
Booing huge every time we got
3 goals coming from Wetzel, Renz, and Norrie.
See if they come out a little bit more hungry this second period now that they've seen each other the first period.
And the Sabres getting a few more players here in the second and third period as Johnson, Olheiser, and Xander and Holt join the team. As that one hits the stick of Olheiser, Johnson battling for the puck. Xander trying to hold that one in over his head. Picked up by Johnson.
Oh, he called that good?
Yep. In by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
That's right.
Tigers high off the glass, try to get it by Xander, picked up by Holt. Xander's going to get the puck center ice, backhands it over to Zeitz. Zeitz tries to get that over to Xander. He pushes that one forward up to Holt.
Nice. 2-on-1. Oh, offside.
Just off of sides. Tigers trying to get out with it. Peterson with the puck, sends that one into the corner. Chafee sends it back to Peterson. Norrie with it, cutting to the right side. Fans on the shot.
Yep.
Battle in front with Patton. Comes behind the net. Patton picks it up. Backhand. Nobody there. As Peterson comes to try to get the forecheck, not able to do so. And that one's going to go to the other side and be picked up by Peterson. Peterson behind his own net. Picked up by Chafee. To the far side to Renz. Up to Patton. Off his stick. Gets across center ice. Into the stick of Jack Peterson. He tries to get a shot. That's stick check to Wade into the corner and out to the half wall. Picked up by Patton. As that one made it all the way through and a stick save by the Tigers goalie. Tigers having a tough time getting out of their zone. Getting across center ice. They're going to send that down below with Johnson. Renz coming down the right side. All by himself, uncontested, towards the middle. Nice move by Renz. Tries to go on the short
He
side.
put it home.
And somehow,
Who was that?
somebody got a goal. I think that was crashing the net was Wetzel.
Wetzel, yeah, that was a nice follow-up
Who
there.
they give that to? If it's going to be, Wetzel.
I think he put it away, but I couldn't tell if it was already in or not when he hammered it. Looks like he got it.
We're going to
That
give
was
that
a
goal
close-
to Wetzel.
Yeah, that was coast to coast by Renz there. Nice way to find some real estate there and skate it all the way down, get it to the net, and then Wetzel to be there to put it home. 4-2, 14:41 to go in the second.
Centering pass comes out to the point as that's held in by Chafee. Sends that down below the goal line. Tigers send it over to the far corner. Rittenbach backhands that to Stefan. Stefan behind his own net. Centering pass. That comes.
Oh, almost tipped it in.
Wetzel surveying the action on that one as he watched that come from the point. Try to get a stick on it. Didn't miss it by much as that one went to the end boards. And play continues. Be picked up by Johnson.
Right.
Max Johnson with the puck.
Legacy has come out flying this period.
Another centering pass into the skates. Munson was there. Tigers having a tough time getting it out. The Tigers send that deep into the zone to be picked up by Xander. Xander skating with the puck. Backhands that. Nice pass by Xander. Couldn't quite get it as Wall mishandled it a little bit. Munson battling for the puck. Centering pass off the stick right to Wall. Wall shots through. He tries to pick the short side of that one and not able to do so as Munson was able to get the puck to him. Johnson kicks it down to Munson. Corner. Centering pass to Johnson. Johnson with the puck down below the goal line. Out to the point for Zeitz. Shot that's going to hit one of the players from Marshall, and that's poke checked away by Zeitz as Xander's going to pick up the puck out of the reach of
The icing.
Wall, and we're going to get an icing coming up on the Sabres with 13:03 remaining in the second period.
Ice really tilted here coming into the second period.
Sure did. The Sabres with a lot of time of possession down in the zone of the Tigers.
Yeah, making the most of their space, skating, passing, shooting. Very good start of the second period.
For those of you watching, shoot us a comment where you're watching from. I'm still hoping there's our fans from Montana watching, and we hope that we gain a few new ones. As the Sabres coming out with it, Ren's cutting to the middle, trying to split the defense. As the Tigers send that behind the boards, Olheiser into his skates, tries to push out and gets knocked off the puck. Coming out with the puck, this is Chafee, gets it around the defense, sends that one into the corner, no icing. Good punch by move by Chafee, caused a little deception there as he was able to get that puck, sends that one into the far boards as Holtz right there, trying to hold his man up, but the Tigers come out with it. Norrie sends his man into the wall. Renz sends that one airmail, couldn't get it handled by Holt. Zeitz with the puck. Taking a long way around. Backhands it to Holt. Wetzel coming off the bench. Gets it to Holt. Back to Wetzel. Into his skates. Over to Zeitz. Cutting down the right side. Backhands it to Patton. He's going to send that one down to the end boards as Wetzel tries to pick it up. Bouncing puck. Kind of hard to handle there. Picked up by the Tigers. Two Sabres players send him into the boards, and it's going to come out to the point as Wetzel tries to get that over to Xander. He gets a nice stick on that, gets it down low for Peterson. Peterson overskates the puck. Patton with it now, gets it to Wetzel. Behind their own net, the Tigers trying to break it out, cutting to the middle. And we're going to get an icing coming up on the Tigers with 11:03 remaining in the second period. 4-2 is the score. Shots are in favor of the Sabres, 15-7.
Looks like the boys have shaken the bus legs off here and skating harder.
Definitely bringing the intensity here in this second period. As Max Johnson steps in to take the draw, tries to push it forward. Picked up by Rittenbach. Centering pass. Up by Peterson. Nice shot by Peterson. They say the net came off the mooring.
Oh, yeah. Boy, he had point blank there.
Yeah, John Peterson.
Goalie was pushed off, got to the top of the crease and took the angle away. And a little bit, another 4 inches one way or the other, brought him a goal.
Good pass by Rittenbach to find Peterson in the slot area. As Johnson takes the draw. One back by the Tigers. Nice skate through by Peterson, getting it out to the point for Chafee. Chafee with a shot. Gets through traffic. That one goes to the stick, and they're going to say it comes off the moorings once again. As Wall was right there on the doorstep to the right side.
If he could have one time, that would have been a tap in. But he was on his backhand.
That would have been a lot faster than his knocking it off the moorings again.
Yeah. Gotta get the water bottle out there. Oh, yeah, he's going to cement it in a little bit.
Let's make it a little more sticky.
Yeah.
Face off to the right side of the Tigers goalie as Johnson steps in to take the draw. Picked up by the Tigers. They send that one in on Johnson. Along the near boards. I can't see who's battling for it. Looks like it's Rittenbach. Renz pokes that one out to the held in by the Tigers. Chafee able to get that over to Johnson. Johnson gets it up to Rittenbach. Out of reach is Stefan, and it's held in by the Tigers. Tigers are going to shoot that one high and wide of the net. It's going to come to the near side with 10 minutes remaining in the period. Johnson knocked out the play. Puck picked up by Rittenbach. Rittenbach down, that is Chafee coming down the right side. Tries to get a centering pass to Rittenbach. Try to get it through, thread the needle through traffic as Johnson picks up the puck. Still with it. Patience with the puck, centering over to Zietz. Intercepted by the Tigers. Tigers send that to the far board to be picked up by Xander. Xander up to Norrie. Nice play by Xander to get it to Norrie. Comes out to Xander. He sends it back to Norrie. And the Tigers pick up the loose puck. Xander going to crash on it.
Nice block.
Zietz with a good block down low, and that one's going to go into the netting with 9:07 remaining in the second period. So quiet, you're making your pin drop.
I know everybody's still waking up from Christmas.
Christmas time when was here. Zietz pushes that one forward up to Wall. Xander behind his own net, cutting to the middle, gets knocked off the play.
There he is. Nice.
Munson, Wall. Wall loses an edge, picked up by the Tigers. Taken away by Norrie. Norrie trying to cut to the middle. Olheiser, he's upended. And Xander picks up the puck in his own zone. Over to Zietz. Coming down the left side. Over to the right, over to Munson. Out of his stick. And that hits Munson's stick. He gets sent in the boards. Olheiser trying to push that forward. Picked up by Olheiser. Oh, he looked like he was going to pull that one. Olheiser gets that into the corner, be picked up by Wetzel. Into the skates of the Tigers player. Zietz is there. Him and Wetzel battling for the puck down low. Wetzel into Gretzky's office. High off the boards. He was going to get that to Munson, and Renz is going to have to come all the way back in his zone to regroup. Renz tried to thread. Nice pass up to Wetzel as Wetzel recognized where the Tigers were going. He sat there on the blue line waiting for that pass to come from Renz, and it bounces off his stick and goes into the corner. As the Tigers come out of their zone, 7:38 remaining in the second period. They try to push that around the skates of Renz, and it's picked up by Chafee. Chafee circles back, reverses direction. And the puck gets to Chafee. Ooh, scary pass right in front, coughed up underneath Johnson. Johnson's got to get back in the net.
Not away, get it out of the zone.
Recovers well as an errant pat by Chafee almost cost them a goal. 4-2 is the score. Sabers up, and we're getting a nicing call coming up on the Sabers.
That was. Got to make sure.
Thank you for watching from Montana and from Bismarck. Peterson with the puck. Has one man to beat, tries to push it forward, gets his stick knocked down. Xander with the puck. Backhands it over to Zietz. Up to Peterson. Peterson cross center ice. Gets to Johnson. Johnson back to Peterson.
There he is.
Peterson tries to get it right there.
Nice
Patton was right
play.
in front in the slot area. Good setup by Johnson to find Peterson behind the net. Zietz gets it full checked away. Xander's going to have to get back. He's able to get a stick on it to Zietz. Battling for the puck along the near boards. Patton gets it up to Peterson just out of his reach. Nice play by Peterson to get it over to the point. Shot, that one's going to go in the net and over the shoulder of the Tigers goalie. He was screened in front.
Yeah, the goalie couldn't see anything there.
Chafee whiff a goal from the point. Did you see who that pass came from? Was that Peterson?
That was, yeah. I think it was the far D. And then it came out of the corner from,
Peterson to Xander.
I think.
Chafee with the goal.
If we had an announcer, we could double check. But
Right, and the referees aren't talking
No,
very loud.
no.
Well, we're going to go with our official scoring. We're going to give Xander the initial assist and Peterson the secondary. Five to 2 is the score. Sabres on top with 5:32 remaining in the second. That one's going to get all the way through the end boards. Allies. That one gets all the way into the corner. Stefan's going to pick that one up. Going to chip it forward. Norrie's got 3 man to beat. Norrie's got 1 to beat. Tries to get a centering pass over to Rittenbach. Huge rebound by Johnson.
Yeah.
It goes right to the Tigers player.
if you're supposed to block that into the corner, and somehow he didn't turn his waffle over to get into the corner, and it came right back the other direction. Unfortunately, their forward was crashing the net like he should be and just tapped it in.
5 to 3 is the score with inside of 5 minutes remaining in the second frame.
I think that's like the second shot of the period, too.
You are probably correct on that. Zeitz backs it over to Xander in the defensive zone. Up to Wetzel. Off his stick. Zeitz near side over the wall. Off his stick. Good stick by Wetzel to take that puck away from the Tigers. Able to get it up to Munson. Munson tries to get a centering pass that's going to come to Xander. Up to Munson. Lifts it up to Wetzel. Munson gets a shot. Glove saved by the Tigers goalie.
We'll see if Marshall has any pushback in him after getting down 5-2 and getting back up within two. The 2-goal lead is the biggest deceptive lead in hockey.
Yes. We saw that the other night in Mandan.
Yeah,
They were up
yeah.
3-0. 4 unanswered goals by the Sabres
Yeah.
to have quite the game there last week.
Yeah.
Holt. Centering pass. Comes off of Olheiser's stick, picked up by the Tigers. They say no icing. Wren's going to run his man into the board, picked up by Johnson. Sends that one to the far side.
That's all. That's offside. Yep.
Face off outside the Saber zone. 3:39 remaining in the period. Max Johnson wins the face-off. Taken away by the Tigers. Olheiser knocks that puck away. Tigers that one the length of the ice, be picked up by Renz. Renz holding on to it. Chipped forward by Chafee. Knocked down by Olheiser.
Oh!
Centering pass gets by Johnson. Off the wall, out to Renz at the point. Far side left. Shot coming from the point. Glove saved by the Marshall Tigers goalie.
Found its way through, but he tracked it all the way in. That was a nice hit in front of the Legacy bench, so the Legacy players had to let him know.
It's always good to hear a little chirping on the bench there. Get a little rise out of the
There'd
guys.
be more of it, honestly, especially when we block shots. I'd like to see the whole bench just,
Right.
there's no goalie.
That one comes out to the point for Xander. Sends it down to Peterson off his stick. Gets behind the goal line. Patton trying to poke check that one away. Cutting to the middle, comes out to Zeitz at center to Xander. Up to Peterson. He knocks that one behind
Nice
the net.
play there. That's a
Norrie
nice
going into the corner on the
transition.
forecheck. Picked up by Peterson. He tries to get a centering pass to Patton. And it's out of his reach. And the Tigers getting across center ice. Taken away by Patton. Nope, that one's bouncing puck. Johnson just nonchalantly lets that one go. I don't know if I'd be that patient. I just watched it kind of like, it's in front of me.
You know, it's when you don't get a lot of shots, you can kind of get your head out of the game, and then you just all of a sudden the puck comes and it's like, oh, I gotta do something here. And you're in this cold rink, you're probably a little stiff.
Right. Wetzel taking the draw, wins it back to Zeitz. Zeitz behind his own net, sends that far side to be picked up by Peterson. Right there. Peterson playing that well off the boards, cutting to the middle, knocked off the puck. Wetzel's there.
I don't think we've had a penalty this game.
No penalties thus far. With
I like that,
2:14.
letting them play.
Face off to the left side of Marshall's goalie. 2:14 remaining in the second period. Wetzel's taking the draw. Peterson behind his own net. Centering pass. Found Wetzel. Peterson picks up the loose puck. Backhands it into the zone. Wetzel trying to get a stick on it. Not able to do so. And the Tigers able to cross. Xander with the puck. Lifts it up to Peterson. Cross ice pass. Nice pass by Peterson. Finding Patton. He had that far side open.
He had a label, they just couldn't.
Out to the point for Xander. Cutting to the middle. He's going to send that into the corner.
6 inches higher, that was a goal.
And we're going to say
Looks
the
like
net
net's
came off
again.
again.
They're
Good
buzzing there.
Wetzel and Patton kind of hooking up in this game here.
Looks like, is Patton playing forward now?
Looks like it. That looks like him and Renz have changed spots. As Max Johnson steps in to take the draw, wins that one forward. Tigers send that behind the net, round over to the far corner, taken away by Stefan. He lifts that one high and outside the rink.
No happy fans in this rink. This whole rink is pretty much
Netted
in, yeah.
Face off won by this.
Stefan
Stefan tries to
bank
go
it.
short side on that. Picked up by Rittenbach. Out to the point to Chafee. He sends that one out of the rink. Eli normally play D?
No. That's what I was like. They're just switching guys up here, which is good. Good to play all over.
Johnson's out there with Rittenbach and Stefan. Defensively, we have Renz and Chafee out there. One out to the point. Chafee gets a shot. That one's turned into the corner. Renz pinching on the play, knocked it back into the corner. Knocked down by Renz. Into the pads of Stefan, back to Renz, back to Johnson. Down in the corner is Stefan going for the puck. 40 seconds remaining in the period. Out to the point, Chafee's going to hold that one in. Going to come out into the slot area. Stefan's going to pick up the loose puck. Going to send that around for Rittenbach to pick up in the near side. Into the skates of Johnson.
Offside.
The keen eye by Kurt Chafee up here. The old eagle eye.
That's right. The older I get, though, I need reading glasses. 17 seconds left. See if they can make a play here.
Face off. One deep into the zone for the Tigers. With 10 seconds remaining. Oh! Xander going to come up. Oh, he had Wall not looking. Xander was going to crash the net on a given goal. Wall not paying attention. That could have been an easy opportunity there. As the Tigers coming in and exchanging a few words.
Extracurricular.
With that, we're going to put you back on the Zamcam. Thanks for watching Legacy Hockey. I'm your host, Tim Zander, alongside Kurt Chafee. We'll see you shortly. Welcome back to the ice, the Legacy Sabers and the Marshall, Minnesota Tigers, as we run through the stats for the second period. Getting the fourth goal for the Sabers was number 45, Wetzel, who was assisted by Renz. And getting the fifth goal, excuse me, was number 12, Chafee, getting assisted by Xander and Peterson. 1:35 remaining in the intermission period as both teams now coming onto the ice, waiting for the referees. We want to thank everybody who is watching today's broadcast. We will have another game tomorrow at, I believe it's 10 o'clock, and the varsity will be at 12:30, so they'll be simultaneously one behind the other. As I believe we're taking on River Lakes tomorrow. Starting for the Sabres in the third period, we will let you know as soon as they break the huddle. Between the pipes for the Sabres this afternoon is Landon Johnson. Defensively, they're going to have Zietz out there with Xander. And for the forwards, we're going to have Max Johnson with Holt and Olheiser. Tigers win the face-off up to the boards. Zietz tries to get a centering pass, comes over to Xander, up to Holt, backhands that over to Johnson. Johnson, nothing, nice tap forward. It's out of reach of Olheiser. Centering pass. Zietz tries to hold it in. Zietz and Holt battling for the puck. Comes to Xander out at center ice.
Fresh sheet of ice.
Xander with the puck. Over to Johnson. Up to Holt. Holt across the blue line. Deep into the Tigers zone, cutting to the middle. Holt still on it. Gets knocked off the puck as that one squirted right in front of the Tigers goalie. And we're getting an icing coming up on the Tigers with 16:02 remaining in the period.
It'll be interesting to see if Marshall's got anything in the tank here for the third period.
Lovely day here in Fargo, 0 degrees.
I had to go thaw out for Zamboni time. 0 degrees outside, -5 inside. Air conditioner's on.
And the windows are open. Shot coming from the point.
Bouncy bounce.
A couple pucks, Patton down low with Norrie. Patton and Norrie battling for the puck into the corner. That comes out to the point for Chafee. Shot. That's a nice
rebound, nobody
shot.
there.
Huge rebound out to Chafee again. He's able to hold that one in. He's going to send that off the glass. I thought it was going to go into the netting. Picked up by the Tigers.
Oh! They're buzzing.
Renz with the puck. Far side over to Chafee. He sends that deep into the zone. Tigers goalie having to make the save. Comes off the glass. Chafee going to try to get there on his forehand. Bouncing
nice
puck.
tip.
That was tipped by Norrie or Patton. I couldn't see who stick that came off of. As Norrie's going to pick it up. Maybe Chafee pinching on the play. Held in
Marshall
by
can't
Patton.
get out of the zone.
Patton doing a nice job at forward today.
Buzzing. Yep.
Renz with the puck.
Ooh.
Far side over to Chafee. He sends that deep. For the Tigers, pick up line on their net. Wetzel bouncing puck over his stick. Tigers coming out with it. Tigers deep in the zone, send that one all the way around the boards to come all the way to the same side that it was on. Picked up by Zeitz in the far corner. Wetzel's there to help him out. Rittenbach tries to backhand that. Into the slot area. Shot. That one goes to the end boards as Wetzel's going to pick it up. He's going to try and get that to nobody as he skates across center ice. Now he gets to Stefan. He's going to get a shot.
Rebound in. Oh, the pipe.
That hit the pipe. Rittenbach was right there.
That looked like a tap in, but it just went off his edge of his toe of his stick. Bounced up and off the pipe.
Tigers coming out of the zone. And they send that deep behind Johnson. Xander with the puck. Taking the space that he's given. Still with it. The referee was ducking for cover. Thought Xander was going to send that off his shin pads. As Wall comes off the...
Nice defense.
Picked up by Wall, far side. Chafee.
Whoa.
Knocked off the puck. Into his skates. Picked up by Johnson. Xander with it. In his skates. Fumbled the puck just a little bit as the Tigers battling for it near boards. Johnson comes out with it behind his own net. Xander's going to send that one out. Held in by the Tigers momentarily, but that gets by. Wall and Munson on the forecheck. Munson turns it away. Wall's there.
That was a pretty slow forecheck.
As soon as I said that, the forecheck just disappeared.
They just got it like,
They're
okay.
on the food. Comes out to Chafee at the right side. He gets a shot. Glove still bouncing puck.
Ooh. Two guys there just couldn't quite get there before the goalie put the paw down.
Same two guys that run the forecheck.
They're watching the game there like us.
We're not watching the game.
That's easy to fall into that habit. You watch the game instead of play the game.
It is for sure. Especially at the high level that you and I play.
Oh, yeah, yes, mentally.
There's a lot of watching the game. Up to the point for Renz. He fans on it, gets it back. Cutting to the middle high slot area.
He meant to do that. That was a fake out. I'm kidding.
Faked everybody
He
out.
faked himself out, but it worked out. Nice shot. Pick a corner. Waffle side. You know, winning face-offs. Won that face-off. That's such an important part of the game, especially in the defensive zone, you know, because then you can keep them from doing what we just did. Winning an offensive zone face-off and getting a nice shot.
Would that be unassisted?
No, I think
Because it came from over there, but he made a...
if I'm not sure. I don't remember if they touched it or not.
The assist, I'm not sure who's going to get that.
If the center, because he won the draw, if he'll get it or not.
Chafee able to hold that one at the blue line. Tries to get that to Peterson. He knocks his man off. Nice play by Peterson to get the puck over to Holt. Maury with the puck, backhands it to Holt. Maury comes out with it, out of a pile. Out to the point. Over to Chafee, far side. Shot from the top.
Rebound! Oh!
Huge rebound. That one comes up in the air. As Holt's going to pick it up, he's going to get a shot right into the pads with 11:26 remaining in the third period.
The belly. I think the defenseman deflected that a little bit up into his chest. Well, good shift, good buzz there. They've really been tilting the ice here. Again.
Wetzel taking the face-off down in the Tiger zone.
Is this Zabel? Or Johnson? Johnson. He's got to keep himself awake down here.
Looks like he's holding himself up on the crossbar.
I know. I was thinking about Christmas fruitcake.
Oh, fruitcake. Patton with the puck. Tries to get it over to Olheiser. He shoots. That one goes wide of the net. That's going to come up to the point, and Xander's going to have to regroup. Xander over to Zeitz. Back to Xander. Sabers having a tough time clearing the puck. Zeitz into the far corner. He's with Xander. That's going to be picked up by Wetzel. Off the boards to Patton. Not of the zone. The
That's a
Tigers
good
gonna
little
have to
play.
regroup.
Get it up. Nice play. Simple play. Out of the zone, in the zone. Get a change. Fundamental hockey right there.
Patton tries to chef it short side. Goalie doesn't know where it's at.
That was a sneaky one.
Marshall goalie not realizing that the puck was right there on the doorstep.
Right. Somebody could have been there to give a little shove and been in the net.
10 minutes remaining in the period. 6-3 is the score. Sabres are on top. They are out-shooting the Tigers 28-11. Johnson wins the face-off, gets it into the corner, tries to backhand that up to the point. Tigers behind their own net. Into the corner, having a tough time with it. They come out with it now. Picked up by Johnson. He sends that into the corner for Stefan. Stefan knocked off the puck. Taken away by the Tigers as the Tigers now coming across center ice. Renz picks up the loose puck. Rittenbach should have probably skated to that puck right there.
Yeah.
Picked up by Stefan.
Oh!
Centering pass. Renz on the back check. Poke checked away by Chafee. Picked up by Renz.
He's got some room here. Oh, guy's coming out of the box. Oh!
Renz trying to backhand it. That one squirts through the crease all the way to the far side as the Tigers come out with it. And we still haven't had a penalty yet.
No.
First
Penalty-free
penalty-free game that I've seen in a long time. Wall picking the puck up on the far side.
Refs aren't going to call anything as it's really blatant.
Yep, they pretty much have put the whistles away.
I kind of like that.
Zeitz with the puck, center ice, over to Xander. Back to Zeitz, far side. Take it away, but it's picked up by Norrie. Poke checked away by the Tigers. Ooh. That one shot, that's the first shot on net for the Tigers
Halfway through the first.
in 7 minutes. Good thing Johnson didn't pull a muscle being pulled. Wetzel taking the face-off to the right side of Johnson. Gets it over to Olheiser. Pushes that one forward. Wetzel can't quite get there. Coming in the middle. Holt, nice job there getting the puck away from the defender.
Got numbers.
Holt trying to get it around the defender. He's held up. That one's chipped forward. Coming out to the point for Xander. Xander with the shot. That's high and bouncing puck, loose puck, and a battle in front.
Goalie had it, maybe dropped it. Rebound sitting there, but he was able to fall on it and cover it up.
Xander with the riser from the point. As Wetzel steps in to take the draw. Wetzel backhands that into the corner. Holt is able to get that one. Squirts that one out to Wetzel. Out to Xander at the point. Another shot. That one's turned into the corner. Back out to Xander. Back to Wetzel. Nice play by Wetzel.
Oh, there he is.
Nice job by the Sabres right there as that comes from Wetzel. Holt to Olheiser, I believe.
Yep. Nice
Olheiser
finish.
with the goal.
Making sure wasn't soft. He shot it hard up in the corner. He had a lot of net there, but he still buried it and made sure. 7-3, 7 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third here. It's all legacy.
So Olheiser's goal assisted by Holt. And number 45, Wetzel, comes out to the point for Chafee. He's going to shoot that one, a glove save. So I got to ask, because I see my daughter do this once in a while, but when that shot's coming from the point, is there really a need to get into the butterfly from that far out? Unless there's a redirect, I guess.
That's why. Because you get a redirect low, it's typically going to go down. So you want to take away the bottom of the net the most possible. If it's a redeflect upstairs, that's just not a lot you can do about that. Hammer. Got the hammer.
Shot from the point from Renz is
a big cranker.
7-3 in favor of the Sabers. 6:50 remaining in the third period. Tigers coming out with it. Renz poke checks that one away. Tigers going to have to regroup. They send that one around behind the net of Johnson. He gets it to Renz. That's off the board. That's not going to make it for icing.
As the ref lets us know.
Taken away by Holt into the corner.
Ooh.
Poke check forward by
Still no
Johnson. Holt with the puck.
Ooh, tried to wrap around there. Goalie got a stick on it.
And we got a down player. I think the Marshall Tigers player was sent into the turnbuckle. I couldn't quite see.
Yeah, it's hard to see below us, but kind of ran him under the boards. I think it was a clean hit. I think he just, I don't know if he hit the turnbuckle there. There's a little stanchion there where the box ends. I don't know if he hit that or what.
I think he came to an abrupt stop as the Tigers player up on its feet. Inside of 6 minutes remaining in the final frame, 7-3 is the score. Sabres have been shooting a barrage at the Tigers goalie as they have now increased it by 10. It's 32-14 in shots. Johnson Peterson gets it up Patton. Backhand out to Zeitz. Backhanded down to Patton. Centering pass. That one gets poke checked away.
Oh,
Johnson, that one goes off the pipe, and that's going to knock the netting off its supports as Max Johnson tried to stuff it short side and got the post.
No, they're working the puck, and Marshall's kind of running around, so that's what you want in the offense. You smooth the puck and make them run.
Varsity going to be playing this evening at 5 p.m. Watch the PSP network. That's where the game is going to be broadcast. But tomorrow's games, I believe, I think I'm going to be broadcasting both of them. Tigers send that into the zone. Xander's going to pick it up behind Johnson. Xander sidesteps the defender. Johnson tries to step up. It's taken away by Xander. Xander uses an edge. Turnover.
Nice
Saved by Johnson. Great concentration by Johnson there, as that's his only third shot of the period, as there was a turnover right in front of him, and he was able to get a stoppage and a rebound there.
Stood his ground and really was on top of the crease and
got his angles right away.
Yeah.
Held his edges.
Yeah, and didn't give anything for him to shoot at, and really was out. He had good patience there.
Face-off won by the Sabres. Shot, that one hits the end boards. That one's going to be in the netting. 4:11 remaining in the period. One out to the point. JP sends that one high and wide.
Up and good.
He sends that one down low. And the Tigers send that out to the point, held in by Renz. He gets that deep. Rittenbach going for the loose puck, but the Tigers pick it up. Nari right there lets that one go through as Chafee picks it up. That comes off the pads. Renz is going to try and hold that one in. Gets around one defender. Renz walking in on it. Shot, glove, blocker save.
Padding the stats there for the goalie. That was another save.
Chafee with the shot that hits the stick of Stefan, goes into the corner. Chafee pinching on the play. Held in by Chafee. Right now, the Tigers are in survival mode.
Yeah.
For the remainder of the
They're
3
trying to
minutes.
get out of the zone.
Tigers coming across the center line. Shot coming. Johnson watching that one all the way into the leg pad, sends it in the corner. Shot coming from the point. That's going to hit Renz. That's going to leave a mark on the hand. I wonder if he didn't break something. Trying to glove down a shot like that.
That was a cannon, too. And the hard thing about those gloves is on the inside, it's just leather. the padding is on the backside.
Face off to the left side of Johnson. As he gets off his lazy boy and gets ready for the face-off.
Pass.
Zietz hits Munson up on the far left side, getting across. Nice job by Wetzel to hold on to the onside. Xander gets it up the far side. Off of the wall stick, comes up to Xander. That goes off the stick of Munson. That's my favorite ref. He refs all of Keanu's games. And
Doesn't call any penalties, and he lets us know.
Yes.
Got some good lungs.
I remember there was one time there was offside, and he scared the bejeebies out of the kid.
Everybody
Got right in front of his face. He's like, offside! Cutting in, backhand. Johnson shuts the door, gets a glove save on it, and we have 1:49 remaining in regulation.
Had to be tough in there with a minute 49 left after not getting very many shots, but he held his own.
Once again, Kurt and I thank everybody for watching this afternoon's broadcast. Ooh. That one came quick off the stick for Johnson, and as it gets taken away by Johnson. Max Johnson with the puck. Coming down the left side. Tries to thread the needle as he saw Holt coming crashing the net. Xander with the puck. Up to Holt. Holt gets it in. And the Tigers get a stoppage in play with 1:18 remaining in regulation.
Goalie wanted to make sure that he got the save on that.
He's going for 40.
That's right.
Max Johnson takes the puck away, has Holt into the high slot area. He's circling around. As the Tigers able to get that one out. Olheiser getting back. Nice play by Olheiser to back check on that one to knock the puck loose. Gets it up to Holt. Holt checked away. Holt still comes up with it. Gets it around the defender. Max Johnson back to Holt. Just a nice nonchalant.
That's a goal.
And they're going to call that one a goal.
Knocked it in himself. I used to hate
Who
as a
got
goalie.
that goal?
Holt.
Holt got the
I
goal.
didn't see who
Assisted.
passed it.
I think Max
Zietz.
Johnson.
Or is it Johnson?
Max Johnson's going to get the assist on that one.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I used to hate those as a goalie, those angles, because you don't know where your stick, if you should have it flat and turn it to open it up. And that time he opened it up and put it in on himself.
40 seconds remaining in the game. Zeitz with the puck in his own zone. Gets it over to the far side to Pat and comes off his stick down deep as Peterson's on the forecheck.
You never know what's going to happen to get a shot on net. Oh, offside.
Tigers coming in all alone against Johnson. Shot. Oh, he goes over the far side to make it 8-4. Turnover in the zone. Tigers zone, able to get by the defense. Johnson not able to make the save.
He did a breakaway with 20
Sees his
seconds
fourth
left.
shot of the period.
I think I would have came out and dove at the guy.
Who was that goalie? Was that
Hextall and Broder. There was, back in the day, there was several goalies.
Up and the guy at the top of the circles.
Yeah, yeah.
13 seconds remaining. Johnson playing behind the net. That's going to be the end of the game as Zeitz picks it up, sends it to Link. Can't get it the length of the ice. That's going to be the end of the game. Your Sabres win over the Marshall Tigers 8-4. With that, we want to thank you for watching Sabres Hockey. I'm your host, Tim Zander, alongside Kurt Chafee, saying we'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Happy New Year.
As we watch the handshake line and the prayer circle afterwards.
See you tomorrow.
We want to wish everybody a good afternoon as the Sabres varsity will be taking the ice tonight at 5 o'clock. You can watch that game on the PSP network. With that, thank you again for watching Sabres Hockey.